Gone! We have a chance!
Showdown!
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He could go all the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo! ¡Gol!
Well, there's a long ball through, and
Oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal I have ever seen on a football pitch. Incredible Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Fed on through, and here's Rust. Rust delays to Kobe. Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you gotta get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
Oh, go ahead. Do your little intro.
Welcome, everybody. We are back another Tuesday. You know what time it is. I'm sorry you're looking at the wrong poster, but Wakanda forever. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was a good long weekend. Wetson, how was your weekend? It was a fucking amazing long weekend.
The weekend was long for me because I was traveling all weekend. Well, not all weekend, but Saturday was a long day, and I went to see Wakanda forever. At the end of the day, and then I had to pack immediately when I got back because I had a flight at like 5 a.m. So, but you did something interesting this weekend. You care? You said what? I said you did something interesting this weekend. You care to share? Niners game. Which one? Niners game. Oh yeah. How you forget your weekend, bro? Bro, it was such a long weekend. Like seriously, like when I tell you, Friday. Well, there he goes. Wait, is it me or is it him? Oh no, it was me. I cut out from now. I was getting a FaceTime call. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Yeah. It's always Wetson, man. He always got something. Actually, it's never me because I'm always prepared. But this time I'm traveling. I'm away. I have a 3-hour time difference. So for me, like it's a bit different. But anyway, No. I went to the Niners game, Niners and Chargers. I went to the game because I think a couple of weeks ago, Mo sent me a poster or a video, something that was saying like, "Hey, Brady might have gone to the Niners." I was like, "Yo, if Brady had gone to the Niners, guess what? It would be Niners game." So while I'm out here in Cali, I went to a Niners game, and Niners got the W. So Niners game. No, I'm not a Niners fan. I'm not a Niners fan before a drunk or somebody that's coming here and about, yo, man, how many teams are you afraid of? No, I'm not a Niners fan. It's you're a Bills fan. We know you're a Bills fan, so it's all good. It's Bills Mafia most of the time. How is your pending Bucks application? How's that going? My what? Your pending Bucks application. How's that going? My Bucks application, is fine because I'm still right now. It's still Bucks Nation until Brady leave. And then it's Bills Mafia. I'm not talking about those Bucks. I'm talking about the other, the NBA Bucks. The NBA? Yeah, isn't that? I went through the first 2 rounds of interviews, so now I'm just waiting for the last call back, and then I'm in. I'm screaming. So you have fun this weekend. It's been a great weekend. Man. It was a great weekend, and the week's been great so far. Although I left New York when it was like 40 degrees, I did not expect 45 in Cali to be like, good. I'm in San Francisco. We're talking, it was like 45. It was brick. It's brick. It's global warming, man. It's real. So, man. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So this week of NFL games was very interesting. This week in sports, I really have no real big things to talk about other than the fact that Jeff fucking Saturday won a game. Fuck him still, but if you saw the last episode, you know how I feel about that. So it's still the same. I don't feel any different. Yes, he won a game. I think anybody can beat the Raiders at this point. And I think he did something that our old coach would never do. He let Jonathan Taylor cook. So as Jonathan Taylor's supposed to do, like you have one of the best running backs in the game, and he's been held behind. So yeah, you finally have Jonathan Taylor cook, and he cooks. So yeah, the Colts won a game this week. Whoop-de-doo.
I don't care.
It's crazy. It's crazy how there were two NFL coaches. There were two NFL coaches in that game. Only one. There were two coaches in that game. Only one was an NFL coach. And surprisingly enough, it was Jeff Saturday and not Josh McDaniels, who we thought should have done better. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I actually don't have any. I don't care for Josh McDaniels. I think he's another one of those people that, I don't know. You know my feelings from last week. If you saw that episode, I don't have to.
He got hired for the sake of being hired. He's not good.
Josh McDaniels has not been good in this league as a coach, but all of a sudden he has now. This is his third head coaching gig. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
there are better coaches out there, and I think the Raiders organization deserves better. One, I think Derek Carr. Hear me out. However you feel about Derek Carr, he deserves better. This is his third head coach in 3 years. Like that's fucking crazy.
Okay, I will agree with you. Derek Carr deserves better, but I will not agree. But I will not agree that the Raiders deserve better because the Raiders have been self-destructing for like 5 years straight. They don't deserve better. They deserve exactly where they're at. Everything they're doing is self-inflicted. It's on them.
Okay. You get no arguments from me because then it's. But yeah, anyone can beat the Raiders. Tom Brady won. He's won 2 back-to-back games since his divorce. I guess he's not washed Brady anymore. I mean, he got divorced and now he's won 2 games, which is crazy.
You'll go ahead and change that name real quick.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let me do that for you.
Go ahead, change that name real quick. And interesting. He got divorced and won 2 games. Huh. It's almost as if, all right, cool. We can move on.
Yeah, so
there you go.
Not watch Brady for now. Aaron Rodgers won a game. Okay, like what's going on?
Aaron Rodgers didn't win a game. Dallas Cowboys lost a game.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers won a game, but again, like the Cowboys, 28-14, they were up against that sorry-ass Green Bay team, and they could not finish the game.
But let me ask you a question. Did the Cowboys do a Cowboys thing and lose that game?
Of course.
So were you expecting anything like? I mean, let's be honest. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Mike McCarthy again is one of those guys. I think Aaron Rodgers made him. I don't think he's good. I think Aaron Rodgers is the reason why Mike McCarthy is a head coach still in this league. Any other quarterback, if Mike McCarthy had the Colts situation, he'd not have a job in the NFL. He would not have a job in the NFL.
No, I can agree to that.
Philly, bro. First of all, Taylor Heineke is 4-1 now. He beat Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, I don't understand what's going on in football. I've given up on this season of football because we're 10 weeks in and we have no idea who the best team in the league is.
Facts. The Bills have lost 2 games. They're now 3rd in the division.
I'm prepared to see we might have overrated the Bills because Josh.
What? Oh no! I'm sorry. Keep going. Bills Mafia.
I'm prepared to say we might have overrated the Bills because we see the talent, but one thing we didn't account for is the fact that when in doubt, Josh Allen's going to be Josh Allen, and unfortunately that means instead of throwing the ball away, instead of throwing instead of throwing the ball away or freaking like and throwing an incomplete pass, or he will force every situation as if like there's no like what are you doing? Pay Lamar? You're not gonna pay him, bro.
If they don't pay Lamar, I want Lamar Jackson to leave the fucking Baltimore Ravens. Leave them in the fucking dirt.
No, I think he's gonna leave. Because as of right now, he was guaranteed money and they're not giving him guaranteed money.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I keep going about Joshua Allen. You know, the NFL's second golden boy, because you know the NFL's real golden boy is still out there. Yes, the second golden
boy. Mahomes. Yeah, but no. The thing is, like with Josh Allen, he's immensely talented, and like I'm talking like whether it's with his legs or his arms, stuff like that. But the problem is, he makes poor decisions at the wrong time, and that's been the case with him for years now. This didn't just started.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
No,
that's fair.
Because the thing is, like I said, he's the problem that we've seen with him in the past is the fact that when in doubt, he's not gonna throw the ball away, to save like a sack or to save like
down. Right, he's gonna try to make something happen.
He's gonna try to make something happen, and that usually means sometimes he'll fumble. It will be a fumble. It will be an interception. He has thrown too many interceptions in clutch situations. That's the problem with him. So when I say overrated the Bills, I don't mean the Bills they're not good because they're all a fantastic team. But the problem is the quarterback make bad decisions at the wrong time.
I mean, I think that's an interesting observation that you say that, because the quarterback they say they compare him with is carrying his team on his back and running with that team. But he's also a running back, I guess. But can we talk about the surprise of the season though, Taylor Heineke? He came in for Carson Wentz, and in 5 games he's 4-1. He played against. Let me look it up. Let me see. Sports. Taylor Heineke came in for Carson Wentz. Mind you, the Washington team is now 5-5. They have a chance, a skinny chance, but they could make the playoffs. And also, that fucking division is still the most crazy.
I know you say there's a chance, but bro, they're in a division where Eagles are 8-1, Giants are 7-2. The Cowboys are what, 6-4 or 6-3?
Right.
So, I mean, at 5-5, I don't know, but anything is possible at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
But
my bad. He came in 4 games, right? He's played 4 games this season. He came in against Green Bay. He won that game. Crazy. He played Indy. He won that game. He lost 2 weeks ago to Minnesota, and he beat the undefeated team. 840 yards, 5 touchdowns, quarterback rating of 82.7. Listen, Taylor Heineke, I'm not trying to say I'm sold, but Taylor Heineke does something to that team every time he plays, right? Every time he comes in, he does something. There's this kind of energy that he brings to the team. He's a different beast. Yeah, no, I will give you that though. Defense did something to Philly last night, which is crazy. We've seen Philly figure out every defense, and they come back in the second half and figure out a defense. Philly did not have an answer for Washington all game.
I said Philly was overrated.
Whoa. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Don't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry. Have you seen the Phillies victories?
Let me see. Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up real quick. So Jalen Hurts. So let me see. Detroit, Minnesota, Washington, Jacksonville, Arizona, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Houston, and yeah. So Detroit, okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, Washington is number 8. That's crazy. So Detroit, I'll give you that. But Minnesota is also a nice, quiet 8-1. So let's not disrespect. I'm sorry, is it 8-1 or?
It's 8-1.
8-1. Minnesota's a quiet 8-1 because they're winning games that they lost last year. All these close games that they're winning, right? So Minnesota's 8-1. They beat Washington. They beat Jacksonville. At the point where they beat Arizona needed to win that game, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they didn't get Deshaun Diop yet. Then they beat Dallas, because at the point where they beat Dallas, it was Cooper Rush and he was hot, right? Remember that, right? Then
listen. Cooper Rush. Hold on. The same thing saying about Taylor Heineke, I could say something like about Cooper Rush. But here's the thing, though: when you are playing with house money, there's nowhere to go but up.
So you're saying
because guess what?
You play with house money.
I'm saying nobody's expecting Taylor Heineke to bring the Commanders to his playoffs. So whatever he does looks great. Okay, but guess what? You take the same thing Taylor Heineke is doing. You put it on a quarterback that actually has some pressure on them, some expectation of them, and you're like, okay, you're supposed to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you play with house money, then yeah. For example, the Raiders losing now is so surprising because they lose because we had expectation of them. We had a high expectations of the Raiders because of
Yo! Like you missed that point where we started off. I'm so mad he won that game. I wanted us to because the reason you hired. Thank you for bringing that point up, Kyle. The reason you hired Jeff Saturday is to fucking tank. It's to fucking. But what do you do when you hire Jeff Saturday?
And they can't even do that right.
And you can't even tank right. Like this organization is so poverty right now. It's so crazy to me. We are such a fucking poverty franchise, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, bro.
So the reason why I'm saying that, and don't get me wrong, like whenever somebody plays well, you can't discount that. You can't discount them really because again, like it's not an easy game. But all I'm saying is the fact that because when you play with less expectations, it's easier to overachieve. That's it.
Really? We sucked for luck. That was a real thing. Do you hear me? It was a trend on Twitter. It was a hashtag. Suck for luck. That was a real thing. What? This is the second time this franchise is doing it. The first time we did it, well, that I'm like physically aware. The first time we did it, it was for Andrew Luck. It was a fucking trend. It was suck for luck. We were all in. We didn't even, when Peyton Manning got hurt, we didn't even go get another quarterback. We made sure it was like Curtis Painter. We made sure those guys played their fucking full games, and we tanked so hard. And then we got the first pick, and we drafted Andrew Luck. Now I want them to do it again, but instead they're fucking winning games with Matt. I mean, you gave him $50 million, so you might as well win games, right? I mean, right? You got to get your money's worth. I'm sick and tired of this franchise. But no, Taylor Heineke, like right now, I think is the sweetheart story of the NFL. Because as you said, Wedson, when you have nothing else to play for, when you are playing with house money, like, because that's what he's playing with. He's like, he doesn't know if he. Oh God! Disrespectful. I remember that one. That is disrespectful. Yeah, I remember when I remember that year was amazing because you know what's funny? Y'all didn't even have Washington didn't even have the second pick. They traded up. Dan Snyder traded up to go get RG3, which was crazy. But yeah, man, let's get into week 10 real quick, Wetson. Let's I mean, we already started, but let's get into these games. Thursday night football, which was a fucking joke. Atlanta lost that game, a game they should have won. Again, I don't understand that division. The Bucks are on top of that division, and it's weird. That's a very, very weird division. I said decision. Like,
but no. The Bucks being on top of that division makes sense, but it doesn't make sense how they're on top of the division.
Yeah,
because they lost to Carolina.
Yeah, you know Carolina's 3-1 in division, right? They've won 3 games in that division.
That's ridiculous, bro. The Bills are 0-2 in that division,
but they're number 3, so that's fine.
Ridiculous.
Seattle. So by the way, all of us picked Atlanta to win that game. I don't understand. I guess there's no real loser in that game except us that had to watch it. I'm still surprised Jeff Bezos hasn't asked for his money back. Seattle and Tampa Bay in Germany. You're the only person that picked Tampa Bay, of course, because you're a Brady sexual.
First of all, it's mostly because I will never fucking pick Seattle.
Oh yeah,
like
that's me. You will never pick Seattle. I picked Seattle.
Bro,
I
picked against the Bucks. I picked against the Bucks here before. I picked against the Bucks on the show.
You just won't ever pick against Seattle. I hate
exactly.
I pick against the Bucks because I just want to do that. It's funny to me. The Vikings Bills games. Myself and Jake picked the Vikings. You picked the Bills, obviously. Detroit, Chicago. You picked the Bears. I picked Detroit because I have sense. My bad. Tennessee and Denver. That was easy. I mean, no one is picking against Derrick Henry for real. Kansas City. Your boy picked the Jags, which was weird. That was funny because why would you do that to yourself, Jake? Why would you pick the Jags? Like why?
That's a very good question. Bro. I'd like to know myself because why would you pick the Jags?
And I can ask him face to face. Why did you pick the Jags? Miami. Okay.
Yeah, but he couldn't make it tonight because it's past his bedtime.
Stop doing this. Don't put the man's business out on Front Street.
He told me he's not gonna make it because it's past his bedtime. You could have said I'm saying this, bro. He told me this. Like I'm just passing a little bit of information to our fans, bro. Come on.
Wow. Listen, Justin Fields. This is another thing that again, I wish we drafted Justin Fields. Because instead of drafting Justin Fields, you know what the fucking franchise did? We went and traded for Carson Wentz. We gave away picks for Carson Wentz, and now those picks are useless. But I don't. But no, I wish Chicago can get it together enough because they have the talent. Like Justin Fields is that dude, as you can clearly see. It's starting to look like he's the better pick between him and Trey Lance, because San Francisco still hasn't seen anything from Trey Lance. But here we go, Justin Fields is trying to prove himself.
Hey! Jimmy G had a touchdown on Saturday, a running touchdown also. All right, put some respect on that man's name.
My bad.
The whole arena lost it because they're like Jimmy G. They were lost it because they're like, they did that. Bro. First of all, let me say this. Bro, I think I texted this to you. Yeah. Niners fan are the best fans in football. You can't tell me otherwise. And I'm talking above Seattle's 12th man. I'm talking above Pittsburgh, terrible towel. Niners fans are fucking maniacs, bro. When I tell you that arena was red, the arena was red. When you look around, it was red. If you could find a blue for the Chargers in there, you're lucky. And they are serious. They go off for every play. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, continue.
We all picked Miami because, again, we have sense. That's obviously an ass whooping. My friend actually was at that game. He's a Browns fan. He was in Miami.
Why would he do that to himself? Why would he go to the game against Miami?
Outside and join the tailgaters and just drank for free and ate inexpensive stadium food. You could have saved your money, but no, he wanted to do that. Houston, or
go to a game where it looks like you might have a chance.
I think
you ever beat Miami?
I think he just happened to be Miami at the time. I think he had no choice.
That's fair.
So can we talk about New York sports for a second? Because I know there was a time when we were doing the basketball season, and you said there's nothing good to talk about for New York sports. It was something along the lines of you saying that. Because I think I was going to talk about my boy. I forget his name. He's a Knicks player. He was a Knicks player. What's his name again? Help me out.
Knicks player?
Yeah, he
old player.
Yeah, old player. He has a documentary on HBO.
Knicks player is documentary on HBO.
I sold Kobe. I sold Kobe, and he hit the three.
I have no idea who you're talking about, bro.
Jeremy fucking Lin. Linsanity. You have
who's that?
You know who that is. You have said there's nothing to talk about for New York sports, but check it. the New York Giants, sorry, the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets are currently, okay, currently at the top or close to the top of their divisions. Granted, the New York Giants are 0-1 in that division, but the New York Jets are 6-3, 2-1 in their division. The Giants won on Sunday again. Saquon Barkley is a man, okay? He's a man amongst boys. He literally has put that team on his back. Him and Danny Dimes. Put that team on their backs, and they are balling out crazy right now. I know they beat Houston, and it's just Houston, but it has to be said for that team.
No. When Saquon is healthy, you can't take him down. He's a beast. The only thing we've ever seen on Saquon is like that. With the injuries in back-to-back years, with the health, that's only concern for Saquon. Outside of that, Saquon's elite. It can't nobody say otherwise.
Correct.
So, and no, bro. The New York teams have been surprising the hell out of me. I agree to 100% Anthony. I need it to be Aaron Judge. 100% Anthony.
The Giants are 7-2. What's wrong? Why is so?
No. No, but once we got it, but I will say though, like
let's for a second. I'm gonna wear my Timbs on Sunday with my jersey, like, and I'll cock my hat to the side too. What?
Bro. You know how I'm flying back to New York on Saturday? You know how I'm flying back? I'm gonna say how I'm flying back. Some baggy fat farm jeans, some construction Timbs, a throwback jersey, and Yankee fitted.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, okay? No, but let's brag about New York for a second. They deserve it.
No, they definitely do. The Jets are like, the Jets are, the AFC East and the NFC East, they have the top seed and the top wild card. That's wild.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Okay, New Orleans and the Steelers, didn't expect much from New Orleans, but I still picked them. You still picked them. Jake picked the Steelers, and we're all disappointed. The Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys. Never mind. Keep them pushing. LA.
That team could piss me off no matter what they do. They can win and piss me off. They can lose and piss me off.
Right.
God, I hate that team.
That team is kind of trash. LA and Arizona. I picked LA. You guys picked Arizona. Again, I feel like there was no real loser in that game. The only losers were the people watching the game. San Francisco and the Chargers. We already talked about that. We picked Frisco. Jake picked the Chargers, and we were all disappointed on Monday Night Football because we all picked. Let's jump into Week 11. Is there, outside of all of the picks, is there anything? Oh, let me do the count real quick. So it's 8 to Mo, 7 to Weds, 6 to Jake. That's what I'm saying. I'm good at this, Wilson. I told you I'm good at this.
Sure.
They should be, but they just won the Super Bowl, right? You're not supposed to tank after you win a Super Bowl. I don't understand. That's not how it's supposed to go, right?
By the way, how are you taking with that team, bro? Why would you try to take with that team?
There's no Odell, there's no Robert Wood, and you lost Von Miller. See, all of the picks that they did last year were Super Bowl or bust. All of the moves they did last year were Super Bowl or bust, if you ask me.
Okay, but I'm saying after you just won a Super Bowl, yeah, you lost Odell. Who you got mid-season last year? You lost Robert Woods. And you lost Von Miller on defense. But you still have Cooper Kupp on that team. Matthew Stafford, dude, when in doubt, you just throw him on the end and where the area Cooper Kupp is in, just throw it there.
But can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I want people to see my face when I say this. When I told everybody last year that Matthew Stafford was having a fluke season, I don't know if it was you I was talking to, but people, you're being a hater. Matthew Stafford is one of the worst NFL quarterbacks I've seen. He is Derek Carr with better. I don't even want to say with better because Derek Carr has Devontae Adams. He's Derek Carr.
Derek Carr has Devontae Adams. What you call it?
I'm not gonna. Don't say Hunter Renfrow.
Not him. Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs. What do you call it? Bro, the team has enough weapons to throw the ball to. Like, you can't sit and tell me like, Derek Carr has no. But as far as he goes, as far as Stafford goes, if you look at it, Stafford has always had a receiver to make him look good.
He has.
Never for them in 10 years, and then now Cooper Kupp.
And every time he's very mediocre. He's one of the most. Oh, and now Cooper Kupp is out. There you go. I don't care. I still think Matthew Stafford is mid as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say. This week, Thursday Night Football, Tennessee at Green Bay. I'm gonna pick Tennessee because fuck Green Bay. I think that's
I'm gonna pick Tennessee because King Henry over whoever the fuck is throwing the ball in Green Bay.
Chicago I like Chicago to win this game. Chicago and Atlanta.
No matter who wins, we lose. I'm gonna go Atlanta.
Wow. ATL. I don't know why you pick Atlanta. What, Cordero Patterson? Okay. Cleveland and Buffalo. Cleveland, you have Buffalo bouncing. Of course you do.
Bills Mafia.
I think the Bills bounce back. They have to bounce back. They need a win. Philly I'm gonna go to Philly. Sorry.
You didn't even that's your team.
Fuck them.
That's your team.
Fuck them.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I've left the season. This season isn't happening for me. Do you know I didn't watch the game? I've watched every Colts game since Andrew Luck. I didn't watch that game this Sunday. I actually paid for it, but I didn't watch the game this Sunday. Because I didn't care for them this Sunday, and I was disappointed that they won, even though I did pick them to win. But I'm disappointed that they won.
Okay, but yeah, of course I'm gonna go Philly because fuck the Colts.
I want the team to fucking tank, bro, and they're not. They want to win. I'm so sad. I want them to fucking tank, and they want to fucking win. I'm done. I don't understand that. The Jets and New England. That's a good game. That is a good
because
game.
It's looking like the Jets should win that game, but New England have a way of beating the Jets every time. So Pats.
I'm going with the Jets. I'm definitely going with the Jets.
I'm going with Pats Nation.
Only because I feel like I should go against you on this one.
Fair enough. It's only right.
I like the Jets to win this one, though. The Rams, New Orleans, Jesus Christ, what?
That's a terrible
game. Facts.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm just gonna pick the Rams and watch them lose, bro. Watch them lose.
They just might.
Like, that's gonna be funny. Detroit at the Giants.
Giants.
Okay. Damn, so you're looking for the Giants to continue this, whatever that is going on. Because you know the last time the Giants had this kind of streak, they made it to the Super Bowl. It's kind of crazy though. The last time they had a streak, they made it to the Super Bowl. So who knows?
If Daniel Jones made it to the Super Bowl, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do because
I think if they do, I will find a bar in New York to watch that game. Because I know it will be bonkers. I know it will be fucking bananas. Like, it will be. So I will find a way to watch that game in the city, bro. Like, we have to.
I'll absolutely be in a bar in Manhattan, in downtown for this one.
Yeah, like we might actually live stream that shit too. It would be so fucking crazy.
Yeah, that would be so crazy.
But yeah. Carolina at Baltimore. I'm never gonna pick against Lamar, so I got the Ravens.
I got the Ravens on this one.
It's also gonna be Baker Mayfield, so we already know how that's
going. Oh God.
Yeah. Washington at Houston.
Washington.
Like Washington needs this win, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need this win. I want Taylor Heineke to continue to win. I like him. I like the kid. He seems like a very nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. Doesn't necessarily seem like.
No, he does.
Yeah.
He's very wholesome.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys. Like, you know what? I'll have a beer with you, Taylor Heineke. You know. But outside of that, I don't want to. Like, he seems like the team generally especially
they like him. Yeah.
Yes. Chase Young seems to really, really like, and they play really different with him, which is crazy to me. Like, if you're Carson Wentz watching this, like, how are you feeling? Like, how are you feeling right now?
But if you're Carson Wentz, you know who you are. You know who you are. You had one season where people were talking about you as if you were something special, and that was it.
Yeah.
So if you're Carson Wentz, you'd be like, you know what? At least I'm getting paid. That's all you need to look at. At least you're getting a paycheck. Shut up and watch football.
Wow, that's messed up. That is very messed up.
But not inaccurate.
Not inaccurate. Vegas at Denver. This is a bullshit game.
That's a terrible game.
It's a bullshit game.
It's a terrible game. Oh God.
Broncos country.
I have no idea who I want to pick for this game because both teams suck and I hate both of them.
I know. So you want to come back to it? You want to go back to it?
I think Vegas, but like I said, I'm not confident or like any of those picks. So that pick particularly, but yeah.
Dallas at Minnesota. This is the game of the week to me. This is the game.
It is the game of the week. It is absolutely the game of the week.
Yes, this is a prove-it game for Minnesota, but it's also a must-win for Dallas to continue to make that playoff run. Because if they lose this game, New York jumps over them.
That's true, especially if New York wins. Okay. So I got Minnesota on this one because what you call it? I got Minnesota on this one because I believe Justin Jefferson has the best catch in football ever. And I'm looking for him to go off again. What'd you say?
No, I said, listen, when stinking family start packing. Yo, that's messed up. And then they said the one season Carson was looked at as a special quarterback. His backup won the Super Bowl. That's messed up. This is a human.
That's wild.
This is somebody's child that y'all talking about. But I got Minnesota because I like Captain Kirk. And this game is at Minnesota, so I like Captain Kirk to do his thing. Kansas City at LA Chargers. I'm going Kansas City. That's not even a debate for me.
Kansas City. That's an easy pick.
Yeah, I don't believe in the Chargers anymore. I can't believe I ever believed in that team. I'm so mad. I did. I think at the start when we were doing our preview for the season, I think that was one of my sleeper teams that I picked. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. You remember when didn't they lose that game when Joe Burrow threw like 4 picks?
Yes.
And the kick, so this is gonna be an interesting one though. Even though I like Cincinnati to win this game, but it's still gonna be an interesting one because it's a division. I'm guessing you're gonna go Cincinnati as well.
Of course.
Okay. Monday Night Football though.
That's a beautiful game.
I like San Francisco.
Niners in Arizona. Well, damn. Is Kyler Murray coming back? I didn't look at his status.
I think so. I think he's coming back. Let me see. Arizona. I think Kyler coming back, bro. Let me see. Cardinals. Because Colt McCoy ended up playing that game. Like, imagine spending your money and then you find out Colt McCoy and Wolf.
You know what's crazy? In my other league, like last minute. I found out last minute that Kyler Murray wasn't playing, and I went to look for the backup for Arizona. I was like, oh damn, cool. I was trying to find a quarterback because in my other league, these guys are competitive. They pick up people like off the waiver, like nobody's business. I was trying to see who's available. I was like, yo, who the hell is available? And I saw like 3 quarterbacks whose name I didn't even know. Like I think some Wolford. I was like, you know what? All right, let's go with Colt McCoy. At least I know who he is. I chose him, and he gave me a victory. So, I'm gonna go Arizona.
Wow. Okay, so that's gonna be a good one because I got San Francisco. I still think Debo and what's his name, Jimmy G can, because now he's a running quarterback. So like, fuck it, he's officially a running. He's a running threat. Okay, like respect my man. He can kill you. He can kill you with the
San Francisco is such a they're built for running. But somehow Jimmy G's a quarterback. I'm like, and that man spent like half his career behind Tom Brady. So he knows nothing about athleticism as a quarterback.
Yeah, no.
He
didn't pick up any of that at all. You're right. So those are our picks for the week. I'm gonna go ahead and call mine out. Mo, Tennessee, Chicago, Bills, Philly, Jets.
Put the picture up as you know. As you're saying it out loud.
My bad. I got Tennessee, Chicago, Bills, Philly, Jets, LA Rams, Giants, Ravens, Washington, Denver, Minnesota, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and San Francisco. Wedson, you have Tennessee, ATL, Bills, Philly, Pats, LA Rams, Giants, Ravens, Washington, Vegas, Minnesota, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Arizona. This is going to be an interesting week of football. I mean, I think this is going to be one of the better Thursday night football games because, granted, it's Green Bay, but I think Derrick Henry is going to by putting somebody in the
Mo.
The reason I think it's going to be fun is because Derrick Henry is going to put somebody in the dirt, and I think that's going to be very, very fun to watch.
Mo, compared to every other Thursday night game, this has nowhere to go but up. Every game has been garbage, bro, except for maybe one. Like
the Colts.
Was it the one that was good?
I don't think there was. I don't think there's been a decent Thursday night football.
That's why I said maybe because I can't think of all the games off the top of my head. So that's why I said maybe there was one, but like for the most part, it's all been garbage. So this game has to be better. There's no way it's worse.
I mean, this game does have to be better because you have Tennessee, who is a contender in the
AFC,
and you have Green Bay, who is trying to make a comeback. So I think only based off that, right? I'm not necessarily saying like, it's gonna. I'm just saying based off that, it has to be good, right? I'm trying, bro.
It can't get worse, so it has to be good. That's it.
Because the Packers need a win. Tennessee needs to keep winning. So yeah.
That's pretty much that's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we go, is there anything that you want to talk about that I missed? Or do you want go ahead.
You said what? What was you saying?
No. Go ahead. I was going to cut you off, but go ahead. Is there anything that you want?
No, you were going to ask something. Go ahead. That's what you were going to ask.
Oh, I was going to say, or do you want to do a little bit of basketball before we go?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's go. So basketball. Joel Embiid is a beast. 100 games, 100 points back-to-back games. Like, it's fucking crazy. The Boston boys are the first duo to score 300 points in, was it 3 games? I'm not going to talk about New York. I don't care to talk about New York, so I'm just going to skip that. But I will say this, though. The Lakers, without LeBron James, beat the New York Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets of New York. So I like that. Let me see. What else do I got for basketball? I don't really got nothing. The Lakers are still piss poor, 3-10. Disgusting. But Houston
God.
It's disgusting. But Golden State is 6-8. Like what is missing in all of this is Golden State is 6-8. Like let's not Memphis,
But you know what's crazy though?
go ahead.
But you know what's crazy though?
Mm-hmm.
Even with Golden State at 6-8, you think if the playoffs start right now, you don't want to face that team.
I mean, if the
Like, you're not
playoffs,
confident.
they're not in the playoffs. They're out.
Okay, but I'm saying if you think about it though, like on any given night, especially if we're talking a series, you don't want to face that team because you know that 6-8 is just because again it's 14 games into the season after they play well deep into June, they won a championship, and again, like you're not worried about the Warriors 6-8, you're not worried about them. The Lakers are 6-8, you're like damn, they might not make the playoffs. You see what I'm saying?
They're currently at 3-10, so that's.
Oh no. I was giving an example in terms of like even when the team is like.
Let me ask you something. As a Lakers fan, do you think right now it's like I know as you said it's only 14 games into the season, but is it okay to abandon ship now? Like is it
No. It's
so you think there's still games left to play?
I think you have to just because the amount of money you have in your cap space right now, tanking or just trying to blow up the team. Well, you can blow up the team, but tanking it can be an option right now. You have too much money in that cap space, bro. Too many people are getting paid to accept that kind of mediocre play, bro. But blow up the team. If you don't blow up the team, if you really want to do something, blow up the team. Ship everybody the fuck out.
I will say this though: the Clippers without Kawhi are still very much a good team.
The Clippers are stacked, bro. From top to bottom, the team is stacked. They have players for days. The only problem the Clippers have is that they're the Clippers. That's the only problem they have, really.
And,
but outside of that,
okay.
Yeah.
And I will say this though, Memphis. I think if Memphis gets their team chemistry together, I think they are the most. Listen, I'm gonna say this. You're gonna look at me weird, but I think that's one of the teams to watch. That's a dangerous team, and they're young. If they get their shit together, was all that necessary?
I always look at you in your eye and not through the glasses because I want to make sure I'm listening correctly.
I think if they get their team chemistry together and if they get their shit together, I think they're a dangerous team to play against.
They are, but they've been a dangerous team to play against the last couple of years also. The team is very good. But the only problem with Memphis is the fact that it seems like they don't have much, they don't have an identity.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but it seems like they don't have an identity because last year, I think at some point, they were the record without Ja was ridiculous. It was 31 and something. It was ridiculous.
It was they were better without Ja on the court than they were.
Yeah, but clearly, Ja's the best player on that team,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So then it's like, what is your identity? You see what I'm saying? In terms of with the game on the line, do you have a go-to? Do you have certain it's like that team almost seems like they're very, very good because they're very talented, but it just seems like
And the craziest thing, right? The other crazy thing to me is you have a team in Minnesota who made all these moves, right? And they made all these moves, and they're very mid, and it's kind of crazy because Anthony.
What did Minnesota really do, though? What did they really do?
I mean, they moved Patrick Beverley out. Anthony Edwards is PG1. You have Cat is there, and then you have Ruber.
Cat is the best player and a terrible leader. Rudy Gay is subpar at best on offense. What did they do?
I guess, but what? Okay, so let me ask you this then. What does Anthony Edwards? What blame or does he get? Because he be having those highlight reel dunks and all. But what is his role here?
He's not okay. Anthony Edwards is a very good showman. He's a very good showman, but like he's clearly not like, you know, you can't be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna get from every night. He's not that. He's not that. You don't know what you're gonna get from him every night, because some night he might have a great night where he gives you 30, but he might also have a night where he shot 3 for 17, because he believes that it doesn't matter how bad I'm playing, I could always it's easy for me to come back from this. It's like some nights he's just off. You have to do something else. But he doesn't. But that hasn't clicked for him. But then again, it comes with being young and arrogant. So as far as Minnesota go, Cat is not exactly a great leader. They don't have a leader in that team.
Correct.
They don't have a leader in that team, and leadership goes a long way. People don't realize that. Like when Kyrie said, "Oh, we need a coach," but guess what? Coaches have made decisions, have made moves to win games that players wouldn't have thought of, because they've seen the game from a different perspective. And having a great coach is not only great, it's not only imperative, but also if you're not gonna have a great coach, have a great leader on the court. Minnesota have neither.
Okay. So any other team you want to highlight? Anything you want to talk about?
I honestly, it's early in the season, so I haven't been paying too much attention to a lot of teams.
To be honest, I do kind of want to get into our basketball bag, but it's so early. Like there's so many.
It's so early.
I think to me personally, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be honest. Like basketball isn't so important to me until All-Star break, and I start playing that.
Because that's when we start paying attention. You know why? Because that's normally right after the Super Bowl. That's normally right after the Super Bowl, and then we're like, okay, great. Football is now done, because also with basketball, there's so many games. It's 82 games. It's hard to stay I was talking to a friend of mine, and one thing I was saying, it's hard to stay focused as a fan for 82 games on every team. For one, even on your team, it's hard to stay focused sometimes.
Right.
But one thing I was telling him is the fact that I was like, yo, I applaud guys who could wake up in the middle of a random January and play a game in Utah and be be able to get up and be excited, or get up and perform well. Because I'm like, yo, middle of January in Utah, it's ice cold. You're annoyed. It's 10 outside. It's like, oh, who wants to do that? But you go out there, you ball. It's I applaud guys who can do things like that. So because of that, I'm like, yeah, I get it, but yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Early on, it's all right. We know. Don't get me wrong. I still watch games, stuff like that. I still watch highlights, but I'm as of right now, it's still early on. Teams are trying to figure themselves out. Players are trying to figure themselves out, or trying to figure out their team, trying to figure out chemistry. So it's a long way to go. So give it time.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. We got time, so we will.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to think that we don't want to get in our basketball bag. I think it's just early for us to get in that bag. But
it's just early, especially now. Especially our shows are going over an hour, especially with just football talk, and that's what's up with whether it's the two of us or we add somebody else. So we got time for basketball.
Yeah, we got time for basketball coming. So I got nothing else. If you got anything else,
no. Actually, my Uber is downstairs. The hotel desk is holding it for me. So
let's call it, man. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Play ball. There you go. There it is.
There's a winner. Look at that.
Back. Good. We have a chance.
Showdown.
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He couldn't go off the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo!
Well, there's a long ball through.